Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
All right, welcome to the November 11th Planning Commission meeting. I apologize, we're running late today. We needed to make sure we had enough people for a quorum, and thankfully we do now. So we'll get the show on the road. First item would be the invocation. Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, please bless us as we meet tonight. Thank you for the opportunity you have given us to live out your will. May we trust in you to keep watch over us and to guide us in our decisions, not only here tonight, but in our everyday lives. In your name we pray, amen. If you'll all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Right, the next item will be the housekeeping, and then Terrace will let us know about the rules of the meeting and all that.
Yeah, technical difficulty.
This meeting is being streamed live on Facebook and being recorded. Due to audio sensitivity, please refrain from sidebar conversations or personal comments for anyone in attendance. There is a 15-second delay between the live meeting and the Facebook stream. All virtual participants' microphones will be automatically muted by the meeting facilitator. For those in attendance here in the auditorium, please do not stream Zoom or Facebook due to negative impacts on the audio. Comments submitted via Facebook will become an official part of the record. Please limit the comments to the case being heard. If you are joining us in person, each speaker must sign their name to the...
Sorry. Sure.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is determination of a quorum. When I call your name, if you are here, please say aye. Medessar. He's not with us tonight. Tom.
Here.
Okay. Ronnie.
Here.
Okay. Karen, I know she's not with us tonight. And Ernestine's not with us tonight. How about Tawana?
Here?
Okay. All right, we do have a quorum. The next item on the agenda will be the approval of the agenda. And I'll have a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the agenda.
Motion by Ronnie to approve.
Second.
Second by Tom. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next item was the approval of the minutes for October 8th.
Chairman, I move that we approve the minutes from October 8th.
Okay.
Ronnie, a second.
Move to approve by Tom, Ronnie second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes. Next item on the agenda will be the rules or procedures for public hearings.
If you are joining us in person, each speaker must sign their name to the appropriate zoning case sheet and fill out a public comment card to register your intent to speak prior to the start of this meeting. If you are joining us virtually, you should have registered your intent to speak with staff prior to the start of this meeting. Each item of business will be handled in the order that it appears on the agenda, unless upon motion of the Planning Commission, the order is changed. A member of the city or county planning staff will present each item to the Planning Commission and will further provide a recommendation upon each item of business. The zoning applicant or the agent will state their name and address and will have 10 minutes in which to make his or her presentation. Any portion of their 10 minutes may be reserved for rebuttal following the opposition to the application. After the applicant's presentation, all registered speakers who wish to speak in favor of the application will then be heard. The secretary will call all speakers by name in the order of persons attending live in the auditorium, then persons attending via the virtual meeting. Prior to speaking upon the item, each speaker will state their name and address. They will also be limited to a total of 10 minutes. Once the applicant has made his or her presentation and the speakers in favor of the application have been heard, the secretary will call upon the registered speakers in opposition to the application. The speakers will be called by name in the order of persons attending live in the auditorium, then persons attending via the virtual meeting. The opposition will likewise be limited to a total of 10 minutes. Once the public hearing portion is closed, no other speakers will be heard. After all public comments have been heard, the Planning Commission may hold a general discussion. The Planning Commission will then vote and forward the recommendation onto the City of Conyers City Council or the Rockdale County Board of Commissioners public hearing.
Thank you. Old unfinished business, none. New business, City of Conyers. Item C1A, a request to amend the comprehensive land use plan from Rockdale County Light Industrial to City of Conyers Industrial Distribution. C1B, a request to amend the official zoning map from Rockdale County M1 Light Industrial to City of Conyers Industrial Distribution. The location is 555 Highway 138. Size is 4.759 acres. Owner Lon Flanagan et al. Applicant Brad Dannenbaum of Foundry Investing Group. Ordinance 1218. As a note, this will require two motions for the two items on here. Mr. Gaither?
Mr. Chairman, if I may, I will practice safe social distancing. Thank you for the introduction. This is case number 6 of 2020. It is ordinance 1218 for the City of Conyers. The applicant is Brad Dannenbaum of the Foundry Investment Group. Property owners are Lon Flanagan et al. The request is to amend the comprehensive land use plan from Rockdale County Land Use Light Industrial to City of Conyers Land Use Industrial Distribution, and to rezone from Rockdale County Zoning District M1 Light Industrial to the City of Conyers ID Industrial Distribution Zoning District. The location of this request is at 555 Highway 138. It is parcel 072-001-0002. It is total of 4.759 acres. It is in land lot 299 and 321 of the 16th district. And if I could get everything to work here, you'll see that is the Rockdale County zoning designation, zoning map. The star is the location of the property in question. To the north, you have Rockdale County M1 with Sonic Restaurant. To the south, you have Rockdale or City of Conyers HSB Highway Service Business below the railroad tracks and below Old Covington Highway. To the east, you have C2 Rockdale County, which is their commercial district. And to the west, you have M1 Rockdale County as auto repair and building material sales, etc. Excuse me, those are backwards. East is the M1 Rockdale County. Streets, Highway 138 is a principal arterial. Water and sewer service is provided by Rockdale Water Resources and is already available to the site. As you see there, again, the site is 4.76 acres. It is densely vegetated. There are some remnants of previous structures that may be hidden within the vegetation. So if you go searching, you may find something. There are 8 criteria in which the City of Conyers City Council has adopted as their standards governing the exercise of zoning. Those are listed on the screen there, and I'll briefly go through them. A, whether a proposed request will permit a use that is suitable in view of the use and the development of adjacent and nearby properties. Staff believes, yes, this request will permit a use that is suitable to those on adjacent and nearby properties. B, whether a proposed request will adversely affect the existing use or usability of adjacent or nearby property. With the compliance with the other development and use regulations set forth in the City of Conyers Municipal Code of Ordinance, the proposal shall have no adverse effects on the use or usability of adjacent or nearby properties. C, whether the property to be affected by a proposed request has a reasonable economic use as currently zoned. The property does have an economic use as currently zoned by Rockdale County. D, whether the proposed request will result in a use that will or could cause excessive or burdensome use of existing streets, transportation facilities, utilities, or schools. Staff's response to that is the proposed request will not create excessive or burdensome use on transportation facilities, schools, or utilities. Any development on this site has the potential to generate additional traffic in the area. E, whether the proposed request is in conformity with the policies intent of the comprehensive plan. The zoning is in conformity with the policy intent of the Rockdale County Comp Plan and the City of Conyers Comprehensive Plan. F, whether there are existing or changing conditions affecting the use and development of the property that give supporting grounds for either approval or disapproval. Staff is unaware of any existing or changing conditions affecting the use and development of the subject property or the nearby properties for that matter. And G, whether and to the extent to which the proposal would result in significant adverse impacts to the natural environment. Well, the ID zoning district could allow a use that may create impacts upon the natural environment. The applicant's proposed development plan is a public storage facility should not result in an adverse impact on the natural environment. And H, any other matters that may be deemed appropriate by the department, the planning commission, or city council in review and consideration of the request. Staff had no other concerns or conditions to look at regarding this request. Now, the purpose of the intent of the industrial distribution district is to provide a suitable location along arterial highways for wholesale warehousing, trade shops, and light manufacturing uses, usually located on or near existing community facilities, transportation corridors. The intent of this district is to establish areas of industrial use that would not be objectionable by the reason of dust, odor, noise, traffic, safety, or congestion. Such uses should be encouraged to locate away from residential districts in accordance with the policies outlined in the city comprehensive plan and under the following conditions. 1, such proposed use will not substantially affect or alter nearby property values. And 2, the site plan for such use provides for adequate ingress and egress of vehicular traffic and will not cause health, safety, or unreasonable traffic safety or congestion problems in the area. Now, as stated, the property is currently zoned by Rockdale County as light industrial, and the applicant is seeking to amend the zoning to the City of Conyers industrial distribution for the purpose of maximizing the development density of the property. While the applicant's the proposed use of the property is a public storage facility, it is imperative that we consider all uses that are permitted within the requested zoning district when determining if a request is appropriate. In comparison, the table of permitted uses for the city ID district and the county M1 district, many of the uses are the same or are compatible. The adopted supplemental standards for a public storage facility are as follows. 1, a 50-foot wide buffer supplemented with 8-foot high solid masonry wall constructed of or finished in brick, indigenous rock, natural stone, or Portland cement plaster and lath system, stucco, shall be required when abutting any property in the RA, which is residential agriculture, RS20, RS14, T&D, TH, RM, MXD, D Edge, D Civic, D Center, GVRV, and GVNV districts. Aesthetics requirements. Building exterior shall be brick, cast stone, indigenous rock, natural stone, or Portland cement, plaster, and lath system. Building shall have a gabled or hip roof with a minimum slope of 4 to 12. And access to all mini warehouse units shall be internal to the site. No sale of merchandise or flea market shall be conducted on the property. Access shall be only to streets classified as arterials. No outdoor storage shall be permitted. No outdoor speakers or amplification shall be permitted. And a caretaker house shall be permitted as an accessory use to public storage facilities in the ID zoning district only, provided that the dwelling must maintain a residential appearance and shall produce no impacts in appearance, noise, light, and traffic that are detrimental to adjacent properties. The exterior of the dwelling on all sides shall match the materials of the storage facility, and the habitable space of the dwelling shall not exceed 800 square feet. So you all have heard that the request is to change the zoning from Rockdale County M1 to City of Conyers ID. You've heard the 8 criteria for granting the zoning powers and how staffs review those 8 criteria. And you've heard the applicant's proposed request through the staff's interpretation, as well as heard the supplemental use standards that would apply to the request for public storage mini warehouse facilities. Are there any questions of staff at this time? I'll be happy to answer them. If not, I'll turn it over to the applicant before we come back and have the public hearing, and then staff will provide the staff recommendation after the public hearing.
All right. Could you, what the difference is in density between the county and city in the warehouses?
About that much. No, sir. The difference in the density is the city allows 30,000 square foot per net acre, whereas the county, I believe, is just half that at 15,000. So that the idea behind for this applicant, I believe the applicant will state this, is that introducing this property into the city gets them a greater yield.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Nope. Thank you.
If not, Brad Dannenbaum, I see he is on Zoom. He will give the applicant's presentation.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
You got to unmute him. He's got to unmute. You have to unmute yourself. I think he's looking. Is that in the bottom left on his too? To unmute? It says he says it says I'm unmuted. Is he not unmuted? Okay. I can try it. You're yeah. Okay. So we're showing you're muted. Oh, he is showing. Oh, I have the bottom microphone. I guess that's mine then. I don't see his. Tom, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear y'all.
Yeah, you're unmuted. Okay. Yeah, okay.
His name doesn't show anything. It just says, it shows his name, but it doesn't show a mic or anything. If you dial in, we'll still be able to hear. We should be able to hear.
Does he have a blue box in his top right-hand corner?
What's that? I'm trying to use the Bluetooth, could be a problem. Maybe the Bluetooth's not working.
It looked like someone's trying to dial in though. It says planning and connecting to audio. Oh, maybe.
Well, hey guys, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Well, I can. So my name is Nick West. I am Brad's partner with Foundry Investment Group, and I can sort of jump in here until he gets online.
Okay.
Can everyone hear me?
There you are,
Oh,
Brad.
there we go.
There we go.
All right. Well, off to a really great start.
Okay.
So now my computer audio is working and my microphone, so hold on.
Oh, now we lost you again.
No, no volume there.
Joys of technology.
You gotta love it, right?
Yes.
Tomorrow's Friday the 13th, not now.
Right.
Oh, he went away.
Oh, what's that?
Looked like he went away. He might log back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went away. He's probably trying to log back in.
Well, guys, I can take you through it real quick.
Okay.
And then when he jumps back in, he can add to it as well. But essentially what we wanted to do was to annex this property into the city of Conyers. And what we typically build, our background is in Class A, 3-story, climate controlled, self-storage facilities. They have a office Class A exterior. So that typically is a brick, EPIS type of look. This is not very professional. I should have a presentation, but I do have an image here, and I think we've sent this to you guys.
Okay.
But this is the general aesthetic that we build. And so what we were asking here is to change this annex into the city and the zoning designation from its current M1 in the county to ID. And Scott did have that correct. And what we are looking for is that 15,000 per acre to 30,000 per acre to fit within the guidelines of the zoning.
Can everyone hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
All right, just had to do the old turn it off and turn it back on. So
The
I was
re-
as unmuted as you could possibly be.
okay.
Very good. Well, hey, Brad, I went through it briefly. So told them some of the high level, what we build, what the aesthetic of the building looks like and what we're intending to do. So go ahead and jump in and finish it off.
Yeah, really sorry about that, guys. So I'll just jump right in. Yeah, so we believe it's a compatible use. Obviously, self-storage out of all the industrial uses, it could be in M1 or ID. Self-storage we feel is one of the lowest intensity uses and one of the better looking uses. So we're a very low traffic generator. If you've ever driven by one, if you see more than about 5 cars in the parking lot, it's a kind of a banner day. And so we feel the property is well suited for that. And again, like I heard Nick saying, it looks good. And so we built a Class A product. In our original letter of intent to the city, we mentioned that there may be a non-climate portion of this project, but currently since September when we submitted, we were probably going to go with 100% climate control model, which means it'll just basically be all enclosed within the building, well lit, well landscaped, very secure. And given the development challenges of the property, I'm sure everyone knows where it is along 138 there. It kind of sits down in somewhat of a hole. So for us, with all the site work that has to go on, big cost in that, obviously, we have to be able to get the density we need on the site. And historically, I understand that the city had even made unsolicited attempts to the sellers to annex it in the past, and there wasn't much impetus for them at the time to do that. So we also feel like we're kind of moving in the direction that the city was already going in from years past. But that's the high level. Open to any and all questions.
Brad, Tom Harrison here. It's hard to tell from the drawing, but is the access going to be from 138 or from that little cul-de-sac?
So it'll be from 138 right at the light that's already there.
Okay.
I guess we're going to have to add a light pole or work with the county or city to accomplish that, or the DOT, I should say.
Will there be any access from that cul-de-sac section?
We would actually love it, but we understand that that's not a possibility. So we're only proposing access off of 138 at the light, but we're very open to having an additional access point from that cul-de-sac.
Thank you.
Forgive me, this is Tawana. I'm still confused at where the exact location. Is it across the street from Sonic? Where is exactly? I'm just trying to.
It's just south of the Sonic, I believe. It's directly behind the Home Depot. So you kind of go over the bridge, you see Home Depot on your right, and you go over the bridge, and right when you get over the bridge there, it's right on your right. It sits down, 15, 20
All the way
feet
down.
below the road.
Okay,
So,
that's fine.
it just looks like a big hole in the earth right now.
Okay. Any other questions? Not, thank you. Is there anybody else sign up to speak? Okay. Okay, all right. Okay. So we have no speakers signed up, so now we'll hear from the city. Mr. Gaither.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Based upon the standards governing the exercise of zoning power, staff recommends approval of the request to amend the comprehensive land use plan from Rockdale County Land Use Light Industrial to the City of Conyers Land Use Industrial Distribution. Furthermore, we recommend approval to rezone from Rockdale County the zoning district M1 Light Industrial to City of Conyers ID Industrial Distribution for the 4.759 acres located at 555 Highway 138, tax parcel 072-001-0002. And as Terrace has pointed out on the agenda, we would take this as two separate motions, one for the land use map amendment and then one for the zoning, please.
Okay. And this is it is adjacent to city property, right? I mean, contiguous. I think I saw that.
Yes, sir, that is correct. The Highway Service Business District south of the railroad and Old Covington Highway is the adjoining piece, or the piece that would legally contend this property to be in the city.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, we're now into discussion and/or motions. And to remind you, we'll need two motions.
I'd like to make a motion to amend the comprehensive land use plan for Rockdale County Light Industrial to the City of Conyers Industrial Distribution.
Okay.
Tom Harrison, second.
This is item C1A we're doing, and it's Tom Harrison second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Item C1B.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to amend the official zoning map for Rockdale County M1 Light Industrial to City of Conyers Industrial Distribution.
Motion
Tom Harrison, second.
approved. Second by Tom. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the motion passes unanimously. All right, item C2. And again, we're going for two motions. C2A is a request to amend the comprehensive land use plan from Rockdale County Light Industrial to City of Conyers Industrial Distribution.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve item C2A, a request to amend the comprehensive land use plan from Rockdale County Light Industrial, City of Conyers Industrial Distribution.
Okay. This is item C2.
C2A.
Yes, we haven't heard
Oh, I'm sorry.
that yet.
I'm getting ahead of myself here.
Okay, it's okay. They sound very similar, so I can understand that.
That's so.
I had to look myself. Okay, all right. So this is item C2A, a request to amend the comprehensive land use plan from Rockdale County Light Industrial to City of Conyers Industrial Distribution. And item C2B, a request to amend the official zoning map from Rockdale County M1 Light Industrial to City of Conyers Industrial Distribution. And this one is on 1337 Highway 138. It's 1 acre. Owner Lon Flanagan et al. Brad Dannenbaum of Foundry Investment Group is the applicant. Ordinance number 1220. Mr. Gaither.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So real brief, this is tax parcels 072-001-0003. Very similar to the last request. The applicant is looking at that little 1 acre piece where the star is on your screen, if you can see your screen. You just heard the request for this larger 4.79 acres, and now this is for the 1 acre parcel. It is densely vegetated, and there may be remnants of previous structures on there as well. I'll save you the redundant view at the exercise of zoning power. It is the same. And the definition of the ID district as well hasn't changed. So the supplemental regulations for mini warehouses, those have not changed either. If there's any questions of staff about this 1 acre parcel of changing it to ID from Rockdale County M1, I'll be happy to answer at this time. If not, the applicant may want to say something about this one.
Okay. So this is just to add to the previous.
Yes, sir, that's correct. So all total is 5.7 something acres,
Right.
but it's in 2 separate parcels, so it required 2 separate applications. The applicant has a contract on both parcels to do their entire project to, combine it all as to one 5.7 acre tract. But since it is 2 separate parcels, it does require 2 separate public hearings and 2 separate motions. Yeah.
That makes sense. I was about to ask that same question.
So if there's no questions of me, maybe Brad's microphone will work now.
Okay. All right.
I think we're a go on the microphone. Thanks, Mr. Gaither. Chairman Weinstein. Yeah, so it is it's all the same project. The sellers also own that same parcel. It's all interrelated parties. And obviously they do not want to own a landlocked piece of property and just sell us the large piece. So we're buying all of it. And that's really all there is to it on that piece of the hearing.
All right. Any questions? Okay. All right. Anybody signed up to speak?
No, sir.
Okay. All right.
So we'll close the public hearing, Mr. Chairman, if that's okay with you. And the staff report is that based upon the standards for governing the exercise of zoning power, staff recommends approval of the request to amend the comprehensive land use plan from Rockdale County Land Use Light Industrial to City of Conyers Land Use Industrial Distribution, and also to rezone from Rockdale County Zoning District M1 Light Industrial to City of Conyers ID Industrial Distribution for the 1 acre parcel at 1337 Highway 138. It is tax parcel 07200100003.
Okay. Thank you. We're now in discussion. All right. Our motions. 2 motions again.
All right, I'll make a motion that we amend the comprehensive land use plan from Rockdale County Light Industrial to City of Conyers Light Industrial Distribution, excuse me.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Motion by Ronnie, second by Tom. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Okay. Item C2B.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we amend the official zoning map from Rockdale County M1 Light Industrial to City of Conyers Industrial Distribution.
I'll second.
Motion to approve by Ronnie, second by Tom. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Okay, very good. Moving on, Rockdale County. There's no items on the agenda for Rockdale County. So we move on to reports, and that's the City of Conyers, case 05-2020, special use permit, 1407 Klondike Road.
Yes, sir. Thank you. As you know, this item for a special use permit for tire store / auto sales at 1407 Klondike was before you. The planning commission made recommendation to approve with the list of conditions. The city council followed suit and approved that request based upon the planning commission's recommendation with those same conditions. That is all we have from last month.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next item is Rockdale County. We have 2 new county employees. Did you want to introduce them? Okay. Terrace?
Mr. Teresa. So.
Oh, Teresa, okay.
I'll do
Okay,
that.
Teresa.
Good evening, everyone. We are very excited at Rockdale County Planning and Development that we have 2 new employees. Tanner Barr is our new planner. He comes from AECom in the city of Atlanta with a wealth of knowledge, and he's getting his feet wet very quickly. I'll let him just say a couple of words.
Thank you. Yeah, so I am Tanner, and I am excited to begin working in Rockdale County. Born and raised here, so I'm definitely excited to work in the community I grew up in.
Thank you. He's otherwise known as Tanner the Planner.
Tanner the planner,
Right,
that's
right.
going to stick.
Right, that's-
We're
that's
very excited to
very
have Tanner, and he is
Yes.
working very closely with Tiris, and they are hard at it these days because we're extremely busy. We also have a new administrative coordinator, Claire Harris. She's been with Rockdale County since 2017, and she comes to us from the transportation department, and I'll just let her say hello really quickly.
Good evening. I am Claire Harris and the new admin coordinator for the Planning and Development Department, and I'm happy to be here learning new exciting things. So glad to be here.
Thank you. On behalf of the Planning Commission, welcome Tanner and Claire. Okay, you're welcome. Okay. All right, the next regularly scheduled Planning Commission will be on December 10th, our Christmas edition. And it would be Thursday, and that's 7 o'clock, right here in the auditorium or virtually. Next item of public comments. Do we have any public comments excluding items in the zoning process? Okay, there being none. Next item on the agenda is to adjourn. Do we have a motion?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Motion by Ronnie to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Second by Tom. All in favor?
Bye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Next month.